arénába meg csak úgy be lehet menni.
That's why my men brought you to me. I wanted to finish this personally.
But
Don't even try to make this better. You should have won that fight, Zhang, but you suddenly developed that blind spot, didn't you? Did the glint of silver get in your eye?
Joe, honestly,
Van egy olyan érzés, amit be fognak nevezni, de...
You needed something for to witness one?
Yes, I need to speak with you in private. It seems Warrior Zhang has decided to retire.
I'm finished here. If you're here to fight, do what they tell you. You couldn't see for yourself? I was just... Guess my spot in the roster is yours if you want it. Go find Kui to promote. He's always upstairs in the third room over or so, and looking for new blood. I'm taking what I have left from
Friss hús, keres. Jó, akkor megvan a friss hús, aztán. Buki.
In 3 years of traveling, I never found a place more lively than the heart of the Empire. It's nice to be back.
Intolerable. One more mistake, Kui, and I'll have you retired. Finding someone else is your problem.
But...
Enough! Find a solution and leave me alone.
This is not an appropriate time to... Wait a moment. You have the look of a fighter about you. Those hands, that stance, even your eyes. I'd know that look anywhere. You must be here to join the most glorious contest in the Empire.
Persze, egyértelmű, hogy
We're
beszállok.
just discussing how this place needs an infusion of new blood.
The fighters here are skilled, but you would fare better than many of them. I hear the winnings are lucrative as well.
Come with me a moment, and we'll engagitate in some dissertation about the best decision you'll ever make. This is turning out to be an excellent day, most ostentatious indeed. I apologize if I'm using words beyond your grasp. Very few people can match either the supply or the command of my language. A single glance tells me you are a woman with the perfect mix of strength and grace to grab a crowd's imagination.
Elmezgessek tovább, és lesz nagyobb gondod is, te kutya.
The question is, can you fight? Are you worthy of the arena? I say the answer is a clarion and resounding yes. I may not have heard your name before, but you walk like one who has seen many battles. You are indeed mysterious, stranger. What say we get you signed up for the greatest attraction in all the Empire? The arena awaits. the spirit of the thing. Now, what name precedes you in your travels?
Én vagyok semmit mondó Sámuel.
Right, a fine name. A fine name indeed. But it won't sell. Not at all. We need something more memorable for the crowds.
Pedig szerintem az jó a cseng, hogy sauzsunk.
That's how we'll bill you.
Ezüstfőnix. Tomboló sárkány. Vagy ezüstfőnix. Tigris hegyet emel. Hát szerintem olyan lenne hegyemelő tigris, vagy valami. Ilyen sárkány.
Huh? Sounds fast and powerful. I like it. Are you positive that's what you want? Then that is what you shall have. Come and tell me when you're ready for a fight, and I'll get you started. Since you're new, you'll start in the qualifying rounds. The money's small at that level, but
Lehetett
it's
volna
there.
aranyveréb is. Selejtezőkön indulok.
One other thing, you should talk to the other fighters now and then. They will be watching you, and you should get to know them as well.
We're all one big happy family.
You're a big, happy idiot, Han.
As you can see, they always have something to say. Han isn't a champion exactly, but he's solid enough that all fighters must beat him before they can leave the qualifiers. I like hapless Han personally. He never quits trying. Reminds me of a young me trying to clamber my way up from the streets. He'll go far, you rest assured. For your first match, we'll start you off against a mighty ogre.
Ugris, kapok ellen
See
fönn.
how you fare. Impress me, and I'll take you to the top. Even our great champions start out against the ogre. Take Raging Ox, who danced around the beast singing drunkenly to earn the crowd's favor, or the Ravager, who defeated him in a single
Hűröngő
blow.
ököl.
I should take a moment and explain the system we use here. That's the spirit. Dive right in with both feet first.
Szerintem úgy is az lesz, hogy így kell szpenelni az egeret, aztán annyi.
Are you ready to get started? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
A new warrior does battle with the beast.
Ez mi az az Obi-Vános karttartás amúgy?
That was an impressive beginning. Normally I'd have started you off against something easier, but you practically ooze potential.
Vagyis tényleg van ilyen
Of the other fighters as well.
vívó forma, hogy úgy kell a kardot
That really was a
tartani.
fantastic bout.
Beating the ogre's nothing special. I could have done better bound and blinded.
Sometimes you don't even need to ask. One fight does not make a champion, though. There are many more opponents ahead of you. Let's move on, shall we?
Lépjünk.
Since you held your own against the ogre brute last time, I'm going to try
Na,
something
mi
exciting.
lesz az érdekesebb?
I've got 4 boys from some school west of the city who've been bothering me for some tougher matches. I'm giving you all of them
Ó,
at once.
4 ellenfél egyszerre. Az
It'll
jó
wow the
lesz.
crowd and teach them a lesson at the same time. Remember to watch your sides and back. Are you ready to get started? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you.
Four students test their skills against one master.
Szerintem az
Those
ugre
boys won't be
további.
back anytime soon. Losing as a group to one opponent would shame a peasant, let alone a student of the martial arts. The crowd's starting to catch on to you. Have you noticed? People like you, and now I'm going to make sure they pay attention. I'm going to have a roughly hewn statue hauled into the ring. I want you to disconstructulate it. Destroy the statue quickly enough, and I'll give you a shot at hapless Hans.
Mi szobor ellen
Are you
harcolja.
ready? Excellent.
Hát jó. Harcoljunk
Unyielding
szobor
stone meets the
ellen.
press of time.
Még a szemetek időre.
Invested time itself in destroying that statue. No mean
Hát
feat,
időre
for sure.
akarták megcsináltatni, mondjuk sikerült. De hát így, hogy a szobor nem tett ellen semmit, ezért pont ez volt a kihívás, hogy időre megy.
I think you're ready to face hapless Hans. So
Szerencsétlen,
I'm ready for
ha
the big time, and I'll make sure you
Deal.
don't have to dance. Are you ready to get?
A chance to leave the qualifying division as Raging Dragon faces Hapless Hand.
látom, eléggé szétverték a pofáját.
You dealt with Han very well. I knew you would. All of our professional fighters move past him eventually.
Kui, that will be enough. I bring you a message from my employer, Kailan the Serpent. He is impressed with how far you have come in such a short while. The Serpent wants you to know that he is watching your progress very closely. He is most interested to see how you fare in the Bronze Division.
Elég
You
van
may
itt.
breathe again. That is all I had to say.
Well, that was good, I think. He has a distinct interest in the proceedings here. He is the next champion, you see. He retired some time
bajnok.
ago, even before Raging Ox, who was the champion before
Hát
the
a
Rabbit.
kígyó az
I
egbajnok.
couldn't leave the arena alone, though. He has become a very important man here with the help of a group called the Guild. Lucky Cho is a thug, pure and simple, but he's very good at what he does. He's also a member. Kailan oversees. The guild is the organization that controls all of the betting in this place. That gives them considerable sway. It is good that they are happy with your progress. Between us, the guild is also involved in more illicit activities. They are very sensitive about remaining... Right now is a particularly dangerous time. As one of the leaders of the guild, do not discuss them openly. The guild has many ears. You may ask some of the others in the arena about them if you wish, but I would not...
Kéne adni őket. Aha.
A wise decision. Very wise. For the sake of your career, I suggest that you limit any questions you have to your fellow fighters.
Well done! That fight was much better than this wine. With all the pure water pouring from the palace, you'd think they might have learned how to make wine that didn't taste like goat piss.
Black Whirlwind, that is you.
Biztos sok kétségügyet ívott már.
No, just here visiting, and making sure nothing happens to your newest fighter.
So you won't be...
No, leave it alone, Quee. You know better than to bring this up. Just mind your business, promoter, and I'll mind mine.
You travel in curious company. Regardless, when you're ready, come talk to me again and we'll discuss your next match. I know him, yes, but I know better than to contravigate his wishes. If you want to... Now, if you'll excuse me, I must prepare for your entry into the bronze division. It will take me a bit of time. You should talk to the other fighters here. They've been watching you and are getting nervous. Of course, I'll need more time than that for these preparations. It's just a matter of preparing the proper documents. Why don't you kill the time by making your way out into the city? See the sights. Maybe visit the Golden Way or the Scholar's Garden. Actually, that reminds me. A woman was here watching your fight against Hapless Han, dressed all in black and veiled. She seemed impressed with your preference. Just before she left, she told me to tell my new fighter that she was still waiting to see you. She said you'd know where. Sounds like quite the invitation. Many.
You deserve it. It was an honor to face.
Crimson Kana is the champion of this round. You'll have to face her eventually. Do not...
Hát gondolom folytathatjuk itt az arénát, nem?
Thawir nis tu kuiruk. Air fun. Sair ir wu nisir tin. Aka wo nawir sawir sansinoka uk napir. Narawir woifu iruk sunurk. Uksir watoafu ni froto uso sawir. Uktatas ir ni ryoki.
Micsoda? Tehát ez az aréna egy hadmozdulatnak a része, amit ugye a C tart fenn.
Wo panaro wo sawir tatasi ni wasunir prawun. Wo sawir kokonatoi. Wono wiri fuirok wasaf no sisitu. Wawir ni sisir sisitu kun wano sisitu nig on wipifi.
Hol gyilkosok tobozó helye?
Wo ifuir uk sunurk danowe na wafta tasieruk. Kitir nonni nikuyo ipierta. Kwawir uyu itarir noka sisayir na workur. Wo nisir wir uk noka takuna fifir. Wo yo wir Shakespeare woso.
Oké.
Wuwu wir wakwakir fonir sisa ukop. Kwanak apiyir. Kwanaruk tatisir si usta. Utarawi ir. Kupkitir sanir naur kurk. Wupan.
You look a shade better than the usual cowardly dogs we get through here. Just a shade, though. Iron Soldier's the name, though everyone just... You ground the hapless one beneath your feet like everyone else does, huh? Then again, watching Han stumble to Dr. Now go on and leave me.
Ja, akkor nem nagyon
Boy,
beszélgetünk
that sure
vele.
was something. I wouldn't have wanted to be me out there, except that I was. But I learned so much from facing you.
Jó.
Next time I should try some of that fancy stuff you do. I'm not exactly sure how you did it, though.
Ezt gondolom nem szó szerint értette egy fiú.
You know, that's a good idea. I tend to focus on myself more than others. Perhaps I can learn some new... All the contestants know about the guild. They are the real power here. Keep your voice low. We don't want... I've heard from some of the others that they sometimes ask fighters to throw... It may not actually be that bad, but I always advise new fighters to... It's all...
Oké. Doktor N.
How very interesting to me. Fate may have robbed me of my sight at a young age, but I can still sense the energy within your meridians.
Igen,
Impressive, and yet somewhat
látom, hogy
strange.
vakocsoly.
I don't know what it is about you exactly, but I would say you have been trained like no other warrior in this. What I do know is that several of the techniques pioneered by what we call the new... Allow me a formal introduction. I am Dr. An, acupuncturist. You are one of the arena's contestants, are you not? I hear talk that you are one of the most promising new contenders. But I should
Az
not
biztos,
pile
hogy
on at
én
you.
vagyok a
What do you need from me?
legigényletesebb. Hogy ő árul valamit. Élet. 15. 25 fókusz. Ez meg a félemlítésből elvesz egyet. Hát végülis van pénzünk. Hát igen, az meg a csíből veszel. Oké. Így elköltetek 3 stíluspontot. Szerintem... Ja, ettől már ugye több kell. Jó. Akkor... Tungbo. Tungsui. Ezek gondolom ilyen testvérek.
The brothers Sung greet our fellow combatant warmly. I am Sung.
Do not bother me.
I don't think they was bothering you, Sui. It's Bo being...
Han falls to your strikes, as have so many before. Now that you have entered the Bronze Division, we shall see... We can tell you to be careful whom you ask about such things.
The serpent who dwells in the shadows of this place.
Brother Sui puts it well. Kailan the Serpent is the guild's will in this place, powerful enough that only the brave or foolish discuss him at any...
I agree. I don't want them around it.
If you let fear guide your decisions, Brother Boo, you will find that you have walked...
Philosophy aside, the Empire certainly could wipe them out. But wouldn't another similar organization appear? Regardless, if something...
Jó, hát igazából annyi van, hogy itt korrupció van ebben az arénában. Ez a legegyszerűbb magyarázat. Persze.
Your next fight? I'd love to, but I'm still arranging the details of your entry into the Brown. Besides, didn't you have some mysterious late...
Jó, akkor találkozunk a hercegnővel. Hát úgy látom, nem lehet itt az arénát folytatni addig. Hol vagyok egyébként? Nekem nem itt kellene lennem. Miket láthatunk itt? Én kapitány, kereskedő tere, Ketereopális körfej az aranyút felé. Igazán a kapitánnyal nem is beszéltem. Ő mit akar vele?
I've missed the city for everything wrong with the Empire.
The Scourge of the South has destroyed whole villages in the south.
These bounties won't collect themselves. Greetings, citizen. Imperial Captain Sen at your service. Are you one of the mercenaries come to help me track down some criminal scum? I was told that there were some new warriors in town looking for work, though none of them matched. Admittedly, you don't resemble the ones described to me, but they're several days late. No doubt they'll... Criminals with lucrative... I need help tracking down a pair of criminals. Are you interested? These two scoundrels have eluded my best efforts, so I'm turning to bounty hunters. It's harder to run when you're pursued.
This could be an entertaining diversion, and a good way to earn some extra...
I'm searching for an arsonist and a notorious confidence man. Find and eliminate either one, and there's a standard bounty in it for you.
Hát egy szélhámos vagy egy gyújtogatót keresünk.
A wise decision. The two criminals are Fading Moon and Creative Yukong. Fading Moon is an arsonist who was last spotted heading for the necropolis.
Nekropolis környékén látták az egyiket.
Though we may be able to learn something from Lady Rento, the wife of the man Yukong bilked. She's in the Imperial arena.
Lady Rentótól tudhatunk meg információt.
Fading Moon is an arsonist. Her first fires were in the poor quarters, but her last one spread to the Market District Gate. Last we heard, she'd escaped to the necropolis.
Tudjuk meg, hogy hol van a nekropolis.
Well, as I said, she confined them to the poor districts. She would have been impossible to catch in that route. The gates between here and the poorer districts will be closed for some time while repairs are underway. There's nothing particular about the scene of the crime, just ash. Yukong fleeced some silver from Lord Rento, a powerful man in the Ministry of Harmony. Yukong is a master of disguise, and he has hidden himself somewhere in the city. Lord Rento is away on court business, but his wife informed me that she'd be in the heart of the Empire in the Imperial arena if we needed her.
Jó.
Out of sheer spite,
Mi?
the Scourge flooded ancient ruins,
Várjál.
wantonly destroying our very own heritage.
Mi az arénában?
Lord Rento is away on court business, but his wife informed me that she'd be in the heart of the Empire in the Imperial arena if we needed her. You could start there.
Aha. Birodalom szíve. Tavernában.
The Scourge associates with nefarious fox spirit. Be on the lookout for the Scourge of the South. It is your duty as citizens of the Empire to report. Keep an eye out for a young woman covered from head to toe in plum-colored armor.
Ajajajaj, ezek engem
Reports
keresnek.
suggest that she may be a demon spirit. Do not try to apprehend the Scourge of the South, but instead...
The Scourge of the South. I wonder how many people I'd have to steal.
A group of river-faring... Her own master died at her hands, and she had fellow students kidnapped and tortured.
Nem tudok vele dumálni, érdekes. Akkor itt az arénában, hát még van egy taverna, mert ott van ilyen bárpult. Ja. Hát végül is ez egy taverna, ha így nézzük. Nem tudom, hogy hol van az a... Az a lovad Lento, vagy Rento.
Don't you just love the Imperial Arena? No other place like it in all of the Jade Empire. Hold on, you're a raging dragon, aren't you? I've heard all about you. It's a pleasure.
Again?
Oh, poor Yukong. Captain Sen's still willing to do my husband's bidding and hunt him down, is he? I swear, my husband is insufferable. Yukong's a harmless aspiring actor who asked me if I would act as his patron. Since my husband was away from the city, again, I accepted and gave Yukong a moderate stipend. I thought he was charming. That was how my husband presented the situation to the authorities. He didn't want to face the shame of supporting a humble actor. My husband's a fool, but when he lowers his head, all I can do is let him charge and hope he rams something solid enough to slow him. Probably less than my husband is putting forth as a bounty for poor Yukong. That young man doesn't deserve this.
Hát akkor a Yukong ártatlan.
I would wager that you'll find him in the Scholars Garden. Yukong was going to try out for that new play.
Tudósok kertjében
It's going to
lesz.
be put on soon in the Golden Way, I'm told. Should be exciting to watch. Yukong was
Hamarosan
going to try
bemutatják
out for
az
the role as a
aranyúton.
scholar, so he may be using his costume to hide in the garden. He's not much of a scholar, so you should...
Oké.
If you... The poor boy didn't... Good luck with your...
Ebből legalább tudunk már valamit.
Saw you out there in the ring. You got real potential. Normally Fang's into rough girls, but he likes them dirty too. You're a bit too classy for his... I guess he figures the more he talks to you, the less time you have to inflict harm. Not without an appointment, and his schedule's full for the next month. All the ministers are coming in from the outlet. If he's not meeting with a minister, he's relaxing here, hoping to see somebody beaten to a quivering... Yeah, that or he's taking a break with Breezes. Poor girl. No amount of silver is... Gentle Breezes. She's Fang's, concubine. She's over in the next room with the common folk. Fang doesn't like to be seen with. He, doesn't mind her getting up close and personal.
Mondjuk ezzel a Fanggel nem kell.
Okay.
Hát most vele nem kell beszélnem. De amúgy látom, itt van a light szellő is. Meg van egy ilyen... Ez ilyen palota pincsi kutya. Hát úgy néz ki. Egyébként. De a Fangot miért nem agyalnak hívják? Kereskedőktene, fekete lopád iskola, és ott van az aranyú. Hát elvileg nekem az aranyúthoz kell mennem, bár nem tudom, hogy a... Még mit mondott a... Róka?
Welcome. Someone from the Black Leopard School said you. No, I suppose you don't quite look like one of their students.
Oh.
Well, no matter.
That's
If you're
cool.
looking for weapons, I have quite a good selection and reasonable rates. Would you like to see what I have for sale?
Megnézhetjük, milyen fegyvered van.
Here you go.
Sárkánykard. Vihar sárkány stílus. Mivel Ez egy ősi fegyver, a sárkánykard automatikusan lecserél minden rosszabb fegyvert. Tehát magyarul ez lecseréli a kardomat. Jó, megvettem. Jó, legyen ez is, kipróbáljuk, hogy milyen. Sok itt ilyen pincsi kutya. Viszont azt akarom megcsinálni, hogy mivel én ezeket nem használom, és itt változtatnom kellene a kiosztáson. Mondjuk a sárkánykard az lehetne az egyes. Nem ezt akartam. Így. És akkor még ezt a viharsárkányt, ezt meg a 4-esre rakom be. Jó, a többit meg majd meglátjuk. Igazából ezeket a démoni formákat sem használom.
Hold on there. This way leads into the necropolis, a dangerous area. You shouldn't go in there unless you have some business.
What fun.
Ghosts have been rising up everywhere in the Empire, I've heard. So many have come up in the necropolis that it would take an army of us to clear them out. If we could do it at all. We can't even say... We just warn people away. The Lotus Assassins want everyone kept away as well. First time I've heard of them being altruistic. Things have been bad over the past few, say 5 years. No one has any idea why so many of the dead refuse to return to the Wheel of Life peacefully. All we know for sure is that they're not happy. Ghosts have been rising up everywhere in the Empire, I've heard. So many have come up in the necropolis that it would take an army of us to clear them out. We just warn people away. Bad. Real bad. Monks used to go in... You look like a warrior. I'm sure you know that even if you disperse a ghost in combat, they reform again eventually. It takes a long time, but it's inevitable. Leave the dead to their own is what I say. Just block the whole place. Stay away from the necropolis.
Pedig nekem muszáj lesz oda menni. De nem oda megyek először, hanem a Yukongot akarom megtalálni. Az pedig ott lesz a színházban. Vagy a tudósok kertjénél.
Your parentage is below average, and your ancestry is of questionable worth. You dress yourself in the manner of a common laborer. Nobody's paying any attention.
Keep trying, just as I instructed.
Your physique seems exceptional. Clearly you are a peasant. A noble could afford sloth.
Ennek mi baja van amúgy?
Your breath is like the wind of an ox. Your last meal was of suspect quality. Your beliefs are superficial, and your culture is substandard.
You are right to demand an explanation. Forgive my servant. I instructed him to find someone not distracted by mere insults, someone who would command respect. Your demand for justification of his arguments was admirable. You are exactly what we need.
Micsoda véletlen, pont rám van szüksége.
An outlander strolled into the city several days ago and now sits like a cormorant, taking what he wants from the river of our hospitality. He balks at our attempts to calm him and answers requests for payment with strange coins of questionable value. He needs to go.
Micsoda? Igen?
The Outlander is not a dignitary or traveling merchant. He is a parody of civilized behavior. He spews insults at the Emperor himself. So far, he has escaped the notice of any higher officials. Perhaps he was mistaken for an actor in a troupe, but that will not last. If he is reported, the Lotus assassins will take notice. They'll want to know if he was harbored or his offense was encouraged. Guilt by association is enough for them. That's what's so infuriating. He doesn't respond to reason. He proposes challenges we don't understand and then declares himself the winner. Several of our brightest have faced him, but as soon as they get the better of him, he sets off his strange firework and says they are beaten. Normally, the peasants like it when we intellectuals are maligned, but they tire of his presence too. Getting rid of this nuisance will endear you to many. I hope your ability matches your conviction. Several others have fallen short, despite their outrage at his antics. He is in the Scholar's Garden, and no amount of opposition has moved him. Please, I hope you will prove to be a worthy opponent.
Okay. Szálló. Nem lehet kinyitni jelenleg. Értem.
All those nobles with fat purses and thin intellects. I swear, heaven must
Ez
look
meg a
like this.
színház. Forgatókönyv. Ja, hát ez meg már ugye a tudósok kertje.
I didn't expect you in your strange training to make it to the Imperial City. You are proving to be a very interesting person. I should have seen it coming. I suspect that we share a similar strength. As the Heavenly Lily, I am above suspicion, but I am restrained by fawning servants. Silk Fox can go anywhere, and people are not shy about their reactions. There is a thrill, of course, and it allows me to find information useful to us both. Death's Hand brought your Master Li to the palace a few days ago. I saw the flyer. He was bound in chains. He must be powerful, or you are. There was something familiar about him as well.
Hát hóhér idehozta, Límester.
Why would you say that? Is that what he told you? I'm sorry, but I simply cannot believe that your Master Li is the glorious strategist. Sun Li died 20 years ago. Everyone was told that he and Prince Qin, the third brother, fell defending the Empire. Now, it seems they may have been traitors. I discovered this looking through records for information on Death's Hand. Perhaps he tried to influence Sun Li and Sun Qin before corrupting my father. But it doesn't matter who your master is. I could take you to the palace, but Death's Hand controls what my father hears. He must be discredited for you to succeed.
Hát mondom, a hóhér befolyásolja a császárt.
Death's Hand has almost total control over my father. We must find conclusive evidence of his crimes and reveal his corruption. And I know how. Construction on the wall has stopped for the first time in generations. The workers now toil in factories building powerful creatures of stone and clay called golems. Death's Hand could use these automatons to seize the Empire, and my father is oblivious. We must infiltrate the Lotus Assassins and find evidence of this treachery.
Akkor az akadémiára kell bemenni valószínű.
We need proof of Death's Hand's intent from the seat of his power, the Lotus Assassin Fortress. It would be impossible to assault, so just walk in. They are recruiting. Have any Lotus Assassins who saw your face lived to report back? I doubt it. They will not recognize you as the person who fought them in Tian's Landing. They have a vague description full of guesswork that has guards holding people at random. Besides, they expect an attack, not someone trying to catch their eye. I would wager that you may profit from their tasks too. Can you see the beauty in using their own methods of recruitment to fight them? I think they deserve it. There are guilds within the Lotus Assassins. Executioners look for fearsome warriors. Inquisitors are more subversive, and they look for cunning in their agents. If you prove yourself in the arena, they will notice you. My people can spread rumors of your interest. The Executioner will take a real interest when you finish the silver round.
Igen.
Or if you prefer, the Inquisitor recruiter is also seeking...
Hát az arénát mindenképpen folytatni kell.
Death's Hand rules over the Lotus Assassins, so I take special interest in their activities. I've had most of my life to ask questions. You suspect my motives? You have no reason to doubt me. If I wanted the Lotus Assassins to find you, I could simply tell them your name. Yes, I will have my people spread rumors of your interest. Once you pass the silver round, the Executioner will take an interest. I'm sure he will find you as impressive as I do. Or, if you prefer, court the Inquisitor. Ask Scholar Dongao in the Scholar's Garden about him. I hear Dongao is closer to the Assassins than he should be.
Dongao?
Unless you
okay.
want me with you, I will wait at your flying machine. You travel with such interesting peasants. I'm sure I'll be entertained for hours. A wise preference. No offense intended to your amusing companions.
Na, tehát akkor ő is a társam lett. Akkor jól mondtam, hogy csatlakozni fog hozzá.
Well, look who we have here. There's no princess to save you.
Do you think we'd forget? You can't humiliate...
Don't look at me. I can't do anything right.
We'll teach you to insult a guard of the Imperial City.
Longsword!
A sárkánykor tényleg másabb. Na, és akkor most hol vagyunk mi? Ja, tényleg ezt a Yukongot kellene megtalálnom. Roderick. Na, még ott is lesz egy küld. Itt van
Welcome,
Gondok.
friend. The lecture won't be starting for a little while, though I wouldn't worry about seating. Those interfering philosophers had made sure... What? Huh, that's quite a question. I'm not sure... Nobody here suspects me to be anything but an overzealous scholar, and I'd like to keep it that way. So you have a flying machine, do you not? Yes, I know about that. Go back to the landing area and someone will meet you there.
Micsoda? Igen, tudok, ha visszamegy a leszálló terület, és találkozni fog veled ott.
The location is public, yet relatively private. Common folk are not welcome on the landing area, so there will be no crowds to hide spies. He already knows, I'm sure. Now go, and I will not speak to you about this.
Your course is set. The Inquisitor will be waiting at your camp. Appease him, and you'll be on the road to appeasing me.
Hát akkor az Inquisitor ott lesz a repülőnél.
One cannot discover true enlightenment in the world. It comes only from within.
Akkor... Ja, most már csak a kérdőjeles követők nincsenek meg. Tudós zenim. Endo. Ezt a Yukongot én sehol nem látom, hogy itt lenne. És szerintem ez a uraruhás lesz.
As amusing as your savage dances are, once again I have proven the superiority of setting your nose to the grindstone and not mucking about. Now bring some refreshments in a proper mug, or I'll take back the coins of my home and country. Don't you heathens know the worth of a proper king's halfpenny?
Generous visitor, if our customs are so displeasing to you, perhaps you should find lodging elsewhere?
Please? And leave you lot to your primitive ways? Tell them what I think of that, Squire Percival.
Sir Roderick Ponce von Fontelbottom, the magnificent bastard, will do no such thing. He means to educate you all.
Good lad. Found him wading in the mud.
But it's a sin or day.
You can't keep your crackers crisp doing that. Can't help you if you don't know the horror of a soggy biscuit. I've given him dignity, and unless one of you has the will to deny that I'm your better, I suggest you start learning. We'll have you in proper trousers by the morrow. What's that? Someone stepping to the fore? Let's have a look at you. A woman? My dear. Not sure what topsy cradle you fell from, but in my country a lady knows her place.
Természetesen kivétel a királynő.
The simple truth is that I have bested every one of you who has come forward, whether in tests of wit or combat. You faced a champion of king and country. Now, I didn't ask to land here, but if a storm is going to cast my ship into the very heart of such a dark empire, I'll bring the light of knowledge wherever I can. You must hunger for guidance. You're like children. I mean, only a handful of you can even grow a decent moustache. What kind of place is this? Can you now? Shall we put that to a test? I welcome the chance that you might impress me with a glimmer of intelligent insight. But I will acknowledge that I am likely to disagree just because I know you are, lacking. We will need educated men to judge the merits of our arguments. I've gone to great pains to learn your barbaric tongue, only to find that none of you has much to say. Can you convince me otherwise? I've heard a distinct lack of couplets and quatrains, to say nothing of pentameters. Is it any wonder you people live as you do? I charge you with defending the heart of your people. If a group of judges determines that you have adequately done so, I will declare you the winner. Whoever you wish. These five standing here. I'm sure there will be a balance of opinion. The test must be fair. Go on, talk to them all to prove I haven't coerced them. We'll begin the debate when you're ready. Then we'll see how you fare in combat. Doubt you'll do very well. Like the rest, you're all just too damn skinny.
Túl vékony.